easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
There's only one place this holiday season to shop for the sports fan in your life and get cash back for slightly used sports items you don't need anymore. Play It Again Sports. Check out their selection of new and used items, including home fitness equipment like treadmills, exercise bikes, and ellipticals. And get your lift with free weights, benches, and racks to add to your home gym. And don't forget, if you have anything slightly used to trade in, they'll give you instant cash. Holiday shopping starts and ends at Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is offering some huge holiday discounts from now until January 2nd. On select new Chevrolet vehicles, we are offering $8,000 off MSRP or 1.9% financing. Yes, you heard right. That's $8,000 off or 1.9% financing on select new Chevrolets. We also have some huge discounts on our new GMC inventory, so stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. Includes finance, trade, and Costco bonus with roof credit. Stock number C299464.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome to it on a Tuesday. Not long in this first segment as we have the emergency alert that you always get on me for missing. We're going to hit it today. I promise. We'll get back to plenty of sports talk here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Important numbers for you are 402-464-5685. If you have any thoughts on Dylan Raiola's potential commitment, Kyle McCord's decision, Isaac Gifford and Bryce Benhart's return to the Nebraska football program, Husker basketball back on the winning track with Michigan State. That's where we're going to go next on Teach Tape Tuesday. Stricky's got a couple plays dialed up, one from outside Nebraska and then a couple from the Nebraska-Michigan State game. But this is On the Block, brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Find them down at 29th and Pine Lake here in Lincoln. Teach Tape Tuesday next on The Ticket.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from. and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow. What about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting an increase in that cloud cover throughout the day. It'll be a little colder as well. We'll see a high of around 39. Tonight, cloudy skies are expected. An overnight low near 25. And tomorrow, partly sunny skies do return. We'll see a high of around 46. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for some holiday fun? This year, start a new tradition. Make the Nebraska Christmas Lights Show experience an annual event for your family and a cherished memory to look forward to every year. From Black Friday to January 3rd, buckle up and tune into the rhythm of the lights and let the magic of Christmas take over with the show. Now located at Star City Shores, just off of 27th and Highway 2. Buy your tickets for just $20 or $25 per car today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
There's only one place this holiday season to shop for the sports fan in your life and get cash back for slightly used sports items you don't need anymore. Play It Again Sports. Check out their selection of new and used items, including home fitness equipment like treadmills, exercise bikes, and ellipticals. And get your lift with free weights, benches, and racks to add to your home gym. And don't forget, if you have anything slightly used to trade in, they'll give you instant cash. Holiday shopping starts and ends at Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're here on the block moving into Teach Tape Tuesday, one of my personal favorite segments because it's a great chance to pick the Husker Hall of Famer, the 9-year NBA vet, Mr. Erick Strickland's brain. Stricky, I have tasked you with coming up with these clips because you and I watch basketball very differently. You know, you haven't played it. I can have my ideas, but I love this segment because it's not just me, right? I want to get your ideas and pick your brain on this stuff. So you found a play from Instagram, and the first thing that stood out to me was not that it was an NBA play, but it was a zone in the NBA.
Right.
Not a lot of zone being run in the NBA, right? That's like elementary school, some in high school, and then there's a change up at the college level. Let's just talk about that first. How often is zone defense used in the NBA, and what's the point of it?
Well, it's kind of just a change. It's like a shift. It's a change. It's to force them to slow down. Obviously, you have a 24-second clock. So guys are used to getting into some form of action, some form of set. It's to throw you off and to just kind of maybe get a possession or two that you're able to snag or grab, forcing them to take a bad shot or just a late clock shot. Not necessarily a bad shot, but a late clock shot or a bad shot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really all it is. It's just a change up. It's just kind of like it's like if it's a pitcher, you know what I mean? And your best pitch is fastball, or your best pitch is a sinker, and you throw a change up in there. Just something that changes their eye, and they're not used to seeing that from you, where your best stuff you're giving them, and then all of a sudden they see a change come out, and they're like, wait, what is that? That's all it is.
So you talk a lot about how you want to be that tone setter on defense, right? Up in a guy's jersey. What was it like for you when you got the call to go zone? What's that mindset like? Is it the same mindset? Is it different? How does that play, differently between man and zone as an NBA defender?
Well, the crazy thing about us is we didn't really do it. It was something that in any of the teams that I played in, it was something that we didn't really do at that time. Rules were different as well. I think a few years into my career, they finally created the 2.9 rule.
Yeah, the defensive 3 second.
Yeah, the defensive 3 second. And then with Charles Barkley, just the stuff he used to do in the back down, then they changed that. So then there was a 5 second rule. So there was just a few rule changes. Zones was not something of an implementation. You had a zone principle, but it was out of a man. We didn't really do it too much, but yeah, it's something that most of the time we just locked up and stocked up, and you would zone up if you had a mismatch, from that standpoint.
What kind of mismatch?
Like if you get switched on to a guy that size-wise that was like, okay, say Steve Nash gets switched on to Michael Jordan. You would take a zone principle or a blitz principle with some form of rotation backside zone action to make sure you cover shooters. But
because if you're going to send two to guard one, you got to have one cover two somewhere else.
Yeah,
right?
So that's the only way we kind of had a zone principle or an eye on something, or if you had those type of mismatches in that sense, right? Like Sean Kemp ends up on, just like let me think. If Sean Kemp ends up on Michael Redd, you know what I mean? Then we're going to do something to kind of zone up to make sure that we can cover that, and then we would just have a double principle, whether it came from weak side, strong side, or big from the bottom. So those are all pre-planned.
Let's talk about the offense here, because the play you sent me is supposed to focus on the offense. It's super simple. It's ball screen, pass, dribble, pass, layup.
Yeah.
What goes into, Syracuse at the college level played a lot of zone, but as an offense, how are you looking to attack a zone differently than attack a man-to-man defense?
Well, in that specific play, what you found is and this is in any type of zone, you want to attack the seams is what we call it, right? So in that specific instance, you want to get good ball movement. Once the ball movement happens, then you want to attack strong into a seam, not at a player. You want to get into the seam, forcing those two defenders to collapse, and then find, where the openings are. So what you found in that situation, it started off with a 3 high. It was a screen that came with a pick and roll action. You have a weak side guard, another forward in the corner, and you had another shooter or forward in the other corner. The screening big man. So it was basically a 4-out screening big man action is what you had. Quick pass coming off of the screen, right? Drive the seam and see in zone, what happens is there's a lot of standing around. There's not a lot of eyeing. And so it's a dual attack towards the rim, which is going to put pressure on that big man that got attacked in the seam. And then that's where the open is for the dunk. So it's a great play because it's a dual flood, basically. And then what you had is those corner guys came out of the corner to the wings to create passing angle if the big is covered by, one of the corner guys dropping in to cover the diving big. So then you would have a weak side pass or a strong side pass, usually probably on the weak side because the strong side usually gets covered.
I should have mentioned this before. I did post the play on my Instagram story. So just search me on Instagram. It's up there on my story to see it. The thing that stands out to me for that too is it creates that 2-on-1, right?
Yeah.
Because as a zone defense, you want to be able to guard 2 players with 1 guy by being in between the passing lane, using that length. And that's why I think NBA, obviously the passing is at a different level, the ball handling's at a different level, but you see lower level players struggle with length in zones because there's not the movement there. There's not the action. But the guard that was initially screened in a man-to-man defense, he would normally be either flying down the lane, fighting over, or sticking with the big man on the roll. But instead, since he's in zone, you see him just trail the play from the 3-point line only to the free throw line because it's his job to cover the kickback pass. So then that's an impossible situation. Even if you're like Rudy Gobert or Giannis in that situation, to cover a 2-on-1 with NBA athletes where both of them can finish, both of them can dunk, that's unwinnable.
It is, and that's why it's a good zone play. Now, I don't know if it was set up that way or it's just part of their principle, but it is something good, and it's something that can be used at any level to attack a zone, and that's what's beautiful about that play. It's a double flood with weak side action. You're going to get a good shot out of that play, regardless of where it's going to come from, whether it's a kick out for a 3, whether it's even a kick back. But that guy who is after the guy that's flooding, you have to have a guy come a long way to get behind the play because you don't want him to be behind the defender. So he has to either come long or he has to stay just on that weak elbow corner. I mean, weak elbow side of the 3-point line to make sure that a shot's going to be good.
The 2 guys in the corners kind of just stand there. They lift a little bit on the drive, but that spacing is important. And that's something you talked about with Nebraska after Creighton and Minnesota, was that the spacing wasn't very good.
Terrible.
Obviously, it's important against man, but against a zone where guys are just guarding areas, the further out you can stretch the floor and stretch those defenders, the better, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was talking about. It was a complete breakdown on spacing that we saw for the Huskers until, just recently. You definitely can see that there was some tape watching, some things that they were breaking down to understand that spacing is important in order to create good shot opportunities when they're presented. But it's really important in multiple ways as a guard, as you're coming off, you have to understand really what that defensive principle is going to be, because it's either going to be a blitz, it's going to be a high show with a through from the guard, it's going to be just to contain, or it could be a down action, which means a down action is like they're not letting you come off the screen. So you're going to get a lot of that sometimes. Depending on what their principle is in guarding you, that's when you have to basically, as an offensive player, know that maybe this shot's not me. But what I have to do is I have to stretch them out and put pressure on that with an observation of whether or not the big man is going to stay. But when he leaves, then I need to be in attack mode to kind of follow behind him. That's going to put more strain on the defense, where then I can distribute and find guys for open shots. It's just a principle that you have to figure out. So I'm either going to have to stretch them, make him come out to me a long way. Then I got weak side action because they're strained on the backside.
Right.
Or I have to attack him as he's a lever to go back to wherever he had vacated.
It sounds like knowing those principles is important too, because what a zone defense will want to do is either force you to just pass the ball back and forth around the perimeter and not get anything going to the rim, or get in that kind of in between, a floater where a big can contest but still get back to rebound. So yes, you can shoot teams out of a zone, right? You can, shoot 35, 40% from three and beat a zone. But I think that's the trade-off that, like Syracuse was willing to make back in the day. Their length would be able to contest enough shots that you would settle for enough of those over the course of the game that they could make it up. So that's where I think the first initial screen, creating that numbers advantage, is good up here for guys because they don't just sit there and settle. I know, coming up and, playing against a lot of zones, it was you pass the ball. Took a long time for anyone to teach me to go screen a zone, create that numbers advantage, and not just settle for those long shots, and don't push yourself further back.
That's exactly it. And that's why it's a tremendously that's a tremendous vision of how to create those mismatches and those opportunities, especially at attacking the basket. That was a really good play.
It sure was. Let's talk a little bit about Nebraska, too, while we have a couple minutes here. We are getting set for the shootout with Strick, so get ready to call 402-464-5685. One thing that stood out to me in terms of the scheme for Nebraska that Fred Hoiberg mentioned in his postgame press conference was he told Rink Mass not to dribble as soon as he caught the ball, to catch it, let a guy run off of him, and survey the floor first. It ends up in that nice pass to Tominaga you mentioned. And then in the second half, one to Williams on a tough finish, Gary for an and one. 6 assists on the day for Rink Mast. The patience was there. The spacing seemed better. I mean, you're not going to put up 77 points against the number one defense in the Big Ten if spacing's not better. But how big of an adjustment is just that little thing of not taking that first dribble to give Rink Mast time to survey?
It is. It's very important. And I'm not even going to just stay with Rink Mass. I think all of them. I think even on that dribble handoff action, I think there needs to be some counters or some mix up in that dribble handoff action. Here's why. Because teams are just switching it. Teams, like, it would be smart if I'm a team to jump it at times, right? Because
take a shot, jump into the lane.
Yeah, jump. Well, not in the lane. I'm saying jump the dribble handoff.
Oh, gotcha.
Which kind of throw, because they're just kind of free flowing, and you can kind of get set in your mind that this is just how it is. Oh, yeah, flip it here, run there, go throw it to the next guy, and jump it. But if I'm them, I would create counters in it, meaning I would have, like, say, I wish I could draw this up, but so you guys could understand.
Coming soon.
All right, so here's the deal. It's a 3 out, 2 in formation. One guy at the block, one guy at the other block, a wing, guard, or even it's a big man. However it is, it's a 3 up, 2 down situation. Okay. You have the dribble handoff. You get the one to kind of just get them going. But as you're going to the next one, you fake it. Fake the flip, fake the handoff, turn the corner, send the big man into like a sitting, like just at the restricted area.
Yeah.
He moves up, sits there, turn the corner. That big man's got to make a decision. I'm going downhill to a floater, to a drop pass, or if they come and take the big man with that weak side defender, I'm flood corner. I got 3. Because guess what? They're just, haphazardly just thinking, okay, this is a 3-person dribble handoff situation. Fake it one time, turn the corner, and then have some counter to that, which keeps them honest, so that they can't jump or they can't do something to throw your movement and your action off.
Who are the guys you would want to fake? Is that like a Bryce and a Jamarcus Nikese?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would flood weak side with a Tominaga or with a Hoiberg, weak side corner.
Gary, maybe?
Gary could shoot a 3-4.
Here and there.
Yeah, here and there. But I would like Alec in that, like,
restricted area.
And obviously weak side high, maybe masked.
The other thing that I think Nebraska could do, tell me if I'm wrong, is cut it. either 2 hard steps, like you can go take the handoff and back door, or if you're in that mindset of, okay, this is just how it is, you're kind of free flowing, 2 jog steps, boom, sprint back door. Now you'd probably need to lift the bigs from the block to give yourself space for that or make it more 5 out, right?
Yeah. You probably need some old Princeton 5 out type of action in order to get that off. Yeah.
Score 77 points in a win against Michigan State.
Tough.
Probably going to need about that to beat Kansas State. Are you still in that? You said Nebraska last year had to get to that like 70 range to feel good. Still, or is it higher with
still
this team?
there? Because I think their defense, if they continue to just play well in defense, again, for me, that's that 70-point range with defensive stops and winning rebounding battles. Because if you're giving up extra opportunities, that's extra possessions, which we all know that extra possessions with second chance opportunities is most likely a bucket.
Right.
Like on the kick out or on the kick out with the drive, whatever it is, you're in scramble mode. And that's the case. Now, one of the other things I want to make sure that I see, I don't ever want to see Keisei Tamanaga with 0 rebounds. That just can't happen. Everybody needs to be in there, and at minimum, you should be getting 3 rebounds a game. Like that's something that you just don't want to see, because that's a recipe for ball watching or leak outs, which Nebraska cannot. Let me reiterate that Nebraska cannot continue to think that they're a dominant rebounding force. Everybody needs to have a body, a foot, something in the lane with some form of help before you run out. Like if you're in leak out mode, you're doing Nebraska basketball a disservice, because it's going to come back and haunt you. If you're in leak out or you're in ball watch mode, you always should be having somebody or checking somebody and still going and putting the foot in the paint before you get out of that block.
Can't run transition without the ball.
No, sir.
Hasn't been done yet.
Hurt you. Yep.
He's Erick Strickland. This is Teach Tape Tuesday on 93.7 The Ticket. Cliff, thank you for listening down from Eglin Air Force Base in Florida. I don't know if that's close to Tampa or not. Maybe Rico, you can swing by and say hi to him. Logan on the YouTube stream also says, McCord for Heisman, do not worry. We are getting to Nebraska football. All the headlines, all the conversation. That is hour 2 of the show. There is a lot to talk about. So many different angles that we need to talk about with Kyle McCord. With the news from last night about Dylan Raiola still considering Nebraska. There's a lot going on in Husker land.
Mary Ellen!
Hey, Mary Ellen!
Hey, guys!
Show.
What's up?
Appreciate y'all. 29th and Pine Lake here in Lincoln. Check them out. They are not open today. They are open tomorrow through the weekend. Go check them out there. But stay tuned here. Shootout with Strick comes your way next. If you want to play, call now 402-464-5685. Strick's in a fighting mood. Champ's back in the building. Take him down next.
We're bringing heaven to Lincoln with a waffle unlike anything you've ever experienced. Heavenly Waffles combines an incredibly fluffy recipe packed with protein and a medley of angelic toppings. To elevate the experience beyond your typical waffle and syrup, take the opportunity to try out this divine creation and pair it with a coffee from the mill as we celebrate Heavenly Waffles Wednesday from 8 to 11 a.m. at the 93.7 The Ticket Studio.
Stop by the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street this Wednesday, December 13th, to try some Heavenly Waffles. Parking available on 11th Street and in nearby garages. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Are you looking for some holiday fun? This year, start a new tradition. Make the Nebraska Christmas Lights Show experience an annual event for your family and a cherished memory to look forward to every year. From Black Friday to January 3rd, buckle up and tune into the rhythm of the lights and let the magic of Christmas take over with the show. Now located at Star City Shores, just off of 27th and Highway 2. Buy your tickets for just $20 or $25 per car today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Couple Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to show our appreciation, Couple is offering some huge holiday discounts from now until January 2nd. On select new Chevrolet vehicles, we are offering $8,000 off MSRP or 1.9% financing. Yes, you heard right. That's $8,000 off or 1.9% financing on select new Chevrolets. We also have some huge discounts on our new GMC inventory, so stop on in or check us out online at couplecars.com. Includes finance, trade, and Costco bonus with roof credit. Stock number C299464.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting an increase in that cloud cover throughout the day. It'll be a little colder as well. We'll see a high of around 39. Tonight, cloudy skies are expected. An overnight low near 25. And tomorrow, partly sunny skies do return. We'll see a high of around 46. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Erick Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game.
We need a caller to play the game. 402-464-5685. You do not get the topic of the day until you call in. Looks like Rico's getting someone on the line here. Didn't play last Thursday with Stricky out. So $30 on the line today. Again, to Buffalo Wings and Rings here in Lincoln. Really appreciate them for sponsoring the game show. While we have our contestant, we got Tom on the line. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Yeah, doing well. Tom, do you know the rules of the shootout? Or are you good to play the game?
I'm good to play it. What's the topic?
The topic is Big Ten men's basketball leaders. The topic, Big Ten men's basketball leaders.
All right. Well, good luck, Strick.
Well, you're probably going to get me on this one.
No way.
Well, this is why we play the game. Tom, hold on the line. We'll give Strick his round first, and then we'll get to you. All right, Stricky, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He has more rebounds this season. Rink Master, Julian Reese.
Rink Master.
Yep, he leads the Big Ten in assists per game. Braden Smith or Boo Buie?
Boo Buie.
It's Smith. He leads the Big Ten in steals per game. Ace Baldwin or Jameer Young?
Baldwin.
Yep, and they're the only Big Ten team with more than 8 wins right now. They're the only Big Ten men's team with more than 8 wins right now.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Wisconsin.
2, 1.
It is not Wisconsin. It is a Big Ten West Division foe, for the football team at least. It's Purdue.
I knew that. I thought you were trying to trick me. That's why
you thought
I thought wrong. I knew that. God darn it. I hate that because I'm like Purdue. It's got to be Purdue.
It's got to be Purdue,
but then I'm
but
like,
it can't be. Tricky.
He's not gonna do that to me.
I did that to you.
You did it to me. You got me.
All right, Tom. 2 to tie, 3 to win. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. Starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He leads the Big Ten in points per game. Terrence Shannon Jr. or Zach Edey?
Zach Edey.
Yep. He leads the Big Ten in block shots. Felix Okpara or Cliff Amori?
Murray.
Yep, it is Amori. He leads the Big Ten in minutes played. Tyson Walker or Doug McDaniel?
Tyson Walker.
It's McDaniel, and they're the only Big Ten team with a losing record right now.
10,
Iowa.
9,
Iowa, the guess. It is incorrect. The only Big Ten team with a losing record right now, Michigan State. The Spartans are 4 and 5. Yep, they're the only Big Ten team with a losing record. So we go to tiebreaker.
He got me too with a good tricky one. That was a good one. We just played him and made him go under there.
Mm-hmm.
You got us.
I did. All right. So, Tom, here's how this is going to work. I'll give Strick the question. He will guess a number. You will go over or under the number. Sound good?
Yep. Good luck.
All right. Here we go, Stricky. The question for you. How many total points has Nebraska men's basketball outscored its opponents by this season? How many total points has Nebraska men's basketball outscored its opponents by this season?
Wait. I need clarification on that. By average?
Not points per game. Total points. Not points per game. Total points. How many total points has Nebraska outscored its opponents by this season?
22.
Stricky says 22. Tom, are you going over or under that answer?
I'm going to go slightly over.
Slightly over?
Boom shakalaka!
Dang it!
Give me a hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
Tom, you could have multiplied it by 5 and been pretty close to correct. Nebraska has outscored its opponents by 105 points this season. You win!
Whoa.
Tom, you're on the board.
All right.
Congratulations. $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings is yours.
Oh,
awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks for playing, Tom. Hold on the line. Rico will get your information. Yeah, 105 points.
I was trying to understand how that was working in my head, and couldn't do it. I mean, you have to know that I just didn't calculate it right in my head because I'm thinking, okay, I know we got blast. I was thinking more on the losses and not necessarily the wins. Knowing that we've got 8 wins, there's differentials in those wins that I didn't calculate in my head. I'm thinking about, okay, how can I
minus 29 against Creighton, minus 11 against Minnesota. Yeah.
That's kind of how I was trying to figure it in my head, and I had it wrong. Dang it.
Nebraska scored 773 points, allowed 668.
Yeah.
So
good question.
There's the math. Tom, again, congratulations on the win. Thanks for playing. Thanks to all of you for staying tuned into On the Block here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. We've got Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter streams up and running for you, as well as Allo Channel 951. All right, we'll get to the football conversations. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to Nebraska football, at the quarterback position, outside of the quarterback position, in the transfer portal, in high school recruiting. There's a lot to get to. We will dive into that and plenty more in hour two here of On the Block.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Are you looking for some holiday fun? This year, start a new tradition. Make the Nebraska Christmas Lights Show experience an annual event for your family and a cherished memory to look forward to every year. From Black Friday to January 3rd, buckle up and tune into the rhythm of the lights and let the magic of Christmas take over with the show. Now located at Star City Shores, just off of 27th and Highway 2. Buy your tickets for just $20 or $25 per car today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is offering some huge holiday discounts from now until January 2nd. On select new Chevrolet vehicles, we are offering $8,000 off MSRP or 1.9% financing. Yes, you heard right. That's $8,000 off or 1.9% financing on select new Chevrolets. We also have some huge discounts on our new GMC inventory, so stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. Includes finance, trade, and Costco bonus with roof credit. Stock number C2 99464.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting an increase in that cloud cover throughout the day. It'll be a little colder as well. We'll see a high of around 39. Tonight, cloudy skies are expected. We'll see an overnight low near 25. And tomorrow, probably sunny skies do return. We'll see a high of around 46. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group are Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats. Dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people. Small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
We roll into a busy hour two. Lots to get to when it comes to Nebraska football. I'm Austin Orman. He's the Husker Basketball Hall of Famer, the 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland, who Tom just took down in the shootout with Strick. See if Champ can get back on the board on Thursday. But, of course, we need to thank Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul for sponsoring our show. They're open tomorrow, Wednesday through the weekend. Make sure you go check them out down at 29th and Pine Lake. All right, Strick.
What up?
A lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's some good Husker news and things out there. And then it always can change, but let's just say we're going to have faith and believe in what we're hearing right now.
Yes. We'll get to that in just a sec. Matt Rhule was on Pat McAfee's show today, and this will lead us into that quarterback conversation here. He spoke a lot about the slow build or the building from the ground up. He made an interesting point when he looked at Lincoln Riley going from Oklahoma to USC. And Dion, that those guys were able to bring players from their previous universities and teams with them, to kind of kickstart their rebuild. And not just, a smattering of guys. You bring the Heisman winner, Caleb Williams, and you bring a Heisman, a couple Heisman level players in Shadur Sanders and Travis Hunter with you. Those aren't just random guys, random pieces. Those are building blocks that Matt Rhule didn't get the chance to bring with him from, obviously not from Temple, but not from Baylor. Josh Fleeks came along. I think it's fair to say he's not at the level of Caleb Williams. Garrett McGuire came with him from Baylor when he was around. Also not that level. So I thought it was interesting to hear Matt Rhule double down on a national level on what his philosophy is because of everything we've been hearing. We've gotten so engrossed in transfer portal and an early signing day coming up soon. But Matt Rhule said he wants 5 to 10% of his roster to be transfers, and that's it. The rest of that he wants to be, young student athletes that he developed in
building blocks. Yeah.
Building blocks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to agree. And that is true. And listen, I know that we as fans, as Husker faithful, as Big Red all day, we understand the fact that there's disappointment that comes with what we saw, right?
Mhm.
You're 5-3. You're on the verge of breaking through, and you lose your last 4. Now, especially by the way that you had, 3, overtime. You're in a lot of those games, but we can't take away from the fact that their success with a new regime, with some overhauls that taking place, there was some leakage and some "you are the weakest link, goodbye" moments with Husker football, right? There is definitely a lot of that. But what you can look at though is you had trouble on both sides of the ball. Like, your defense was porous. Like, I mean, there was holes in the dam all over the place, right? Then your offense was very suspect, made some big things happen.
There's
But
two guys.
Your line was horrible. Your running game was average, below average at best. So you had all of that, and you were able to turn a leaf on one of those. That's success, because your defense became a top 25-ish defense in the country. Your offense let you down, but you can still say there was success out of this, right? Because it's tough to turn two sides of the ball. There's still areas in your special teams that I still think needs to get better. There's some areas there, but for the most part, I think you found some things that you can look to and say, we can build here, or we can fix this, or you can target this area and you can go out and get them. And this is why I'm not fully disappointed totally about what Matt Rhule has done in his first year. So I'm happy.
Brad on the Starter Heyman text line says Michigan State didn't even have a coach. I assume you're talking about football, where no, they were down to their interim coach. Michigan State basketball might be in some trouble with Tom Izzo. I still think they're going to get it figured out. But on the football front, okay, Michigan State didn't have a coach, but then neither did Northwestern. Braun didn't get the full head coaching job till after the season. So Nebraska went 1-1 of those games. Could have beat Michigan State, but you had a stinker. It happens. I'm still with Strick that there's still enough to build off of.
Yeah.
And to that point, Strick, the enough to build off of, the roster retention and building blocks.
That's huge.
2 big names coming back for Husker football. The first one on the offensive side is Bryce Benhart. 41 straight starts.
Line retention.
That's a lot.
Yep.
You get a building block back on that right side of the offensive line. A guy that if you had told me even before last year that he would be coming back for another year, I'd be like, get this guy out of here.
Yeah.
He has been a turnstile. Bryce Benhart played the best football of his Nebraska career last year. And on a line that you always are going to want stability on, his return, I think, is huge for the quarterbacks that we'll get to here in just a little bit.
Well, first of all, at the line position, I always thought that the retention of Ben Scott was imperative, right? Getting him back was huge to me. Now, Benhart, I would say the same thing. I think a big loss for this line was when Piper went down.
Sure.
Because it caused all kinds of ripple effects and shifts, and people had to go and try to figure out some things in different areas. But they made it work, and that's what you can be happy about as far as that part of it. But retention is huge. Getting that back, and also getting someone on the defensive side, especially in that secondary position. I think it's an important position because it's a lot of guarding of tight ends. It's a lot of guarding and helping and run support. It's a position that requires a lot of cerebral, reading and reacting type of things. And to have somebody that's skilled at that position returning, I think is good.
That's on the right tackle side. Teddy Prohaska slated to come back on the left side. Ben Scott in the middle. And we'll see from there. I mean, having 3 out of the 5 line positions pretty well solidified, you feel pretty good about. Then on the defensive side of the ball, Benhart announced in the same video that Isaac Gifford announced, the player from Lincoln, had a nice year. Got beat a few times, but who on that defense didn't from time to time. But these are 2 older guys, Strick, that can be foundational pieces. They can set the example, can set the standard, one on offense, one on defense. They make their announcement together. I think Isaac Gifford and Javen Wright are going to be in competition for that rover spot unless, one of them moves back to safety or moves down a level again to linebacker. But the more older guys you have, typically the better in college sports.
Yeah, we've talked about that on the basketball side of things, just that veteran leadership. But it's culture building. Like when you have guys like that return, it's culture building. It's important because that worth ethic, that pain, and that anguish that you feel, and you wanting to return because there's something you see. You have a glimmer of hope. There's something you see about what this coaching staff has done, or your coaching room has done, wherever that is for you. You're seeing that there's some form of upward trajectory. It's the same feeling I had when I was in Dallas, of a cultural change, of watching the Jason Kidd and the Mashburn talent, all kinds of talent, Jimmy Jackson, that whole crew, and the frustration of practicing, but just knowing that there's all this talent in the room, and just there's just a lack of, desire to change it. Right. And then you switch your units and a new crew comes in, some from some winning pedigree out in Phoenix. And now you're seeing that turn, that shift, because you got some veteran guys like AC Green in the room now. And, guys like Hot Rod Williams, guys that have had great success are now there. Derek Harper, and, just great leaders that build that culture, changes that mindset, doesn't accept mediocrity. And then when you start to see that shift, there's a glimmer of hope of change. And I think that's what they're experiencing right now in that unit.
That was going to be my next question for you. I love that you went there, because I think there are some people who would be cynical and say, well, they're old, they're not good enough to go to the NFL. They're just trying to hang on to their dream. That's why they're coming back to Nebraska. Are they all Big Ten guys next year?
Probably not.
Probably not. I think if they are all Big Ten guys, that's a good sign. They've taken a step forward. They're putting up numbers and they're helping their team be successful. But I think a lot of it isn't just they're, clinging on to the last strand of a dream. I think a lot of it is these guys believe in this coaching staff. The sixth-year guys that came back for this last season liked the message that they were getting and enjoyed and appreciated the coaching staff. I think it's a big credit to Matt Rhule and the assistant staff that he's put together to be able to bring these guys back for a sixth year, where maybe they don't have pro prospects, that they've been playing football for so long, their bodies are beat up, they're just done with it. No, you have guys coming back to play a sixth year, to be a part of something bigger than themselves. I think that's a big feather in the cap each of the last two off seasons for Matt Rhule.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And what I say is I can appreciate more than, I think that's important, because I can tell you there are solid coaches right now, and don't miss me in what I'm saying, because I still think there's going to be some vacating after spring. There's going to be some guys that are going to jump in and bounce out.
There has to be, because
or they're going to quit. They're just not going to have enough numbers. So they're going to find out where they are, and if they're able to compete for a position or a roster spot, then they're going to make a decision at that point. And so we know that that's going to happen. But what I say is guys in a willingness to stay in and stick it out. This is why I think when guys come in here for the transfer portal, I think the messaging is important from the coaching staff to keep it real with people, because there's a lot of kids being deceived, a lot of young men being deceived right now in thinking that just because there's NIL and there's all kinds of, there's greener grass on the other side. And then you end up going in, because here's the issue. You don't have rapport with none of that coaching staff. They don't know you outside of the tape that they've seen on you, or outside of what they maybe have discussed with other coaching staffs about you, or made the calls and all of that. Their reliance is on what somebody else said. They don't know.
They have an impression.
Yeah, they have a thought or impression. Yeah, they don't know you. So sometimes jumping in that portal and thinking it's just going to go and it's going to be hunky-dory when you get there. This is why I think the stick and stay method is so much better. Is these guys know me. This staff knows my work ethic. They know how I am in the weight room. They know what my study habits are. They know that I'm a hard worker. They know that I'm willing to put in the time. They know that I'm a listener. They all these things that they know about me changes when you go somewhere else and you think it's going to just happen. Now, unless you're just a super athlete, like I'll just speak from the basketball standpoint, right? There's a lot of things that Allen Iverson could get away with just because he's freaking Allen Iverson. He's just that good. There's a lot of things Kobe Bryant probably could get away with that most can't. Just because they're that freakish of an athlete. There are guys like that, but that number is not that as high as what you would think.
You know when you're one of those guys.
When you're one of one, right? Yeah. So that's why I love that this unit is able to, you can tell that they, and I talked about this before Rhule came, they have a message. They stick to the message, and I don't think it's a message of selling the dream. I think it's being authentic, and I think it's being real, and it's letting the players and the people know. And those that just don't want to or can't compete for it, then they're going to bounce out. But I think for the most part, these guys are willing to stay and compete.
Speaking of competition, the quarterback room might be getting shaken up. Nothing confirmed yet, so hold your horses, Husker fans. 2 names, Stricky. Kyle McCord, that Nebraska has been linked to for a while. Got a couple crystal balls put in for him in the transfer portal. Like the idea of him as that steady kind of veteran leader for a team that can come in, only has 1 year of eligibility remaining, but I think, getting an Ohio State quarterback that has produced a still high level and has won 11 games in a year would be great. Does he come with Julian Fleming? We'll see. Fleming, I believe, takes his visit tomorrow is when that will be to Lincoln, so we'll see if anything comes from that. But of course, the news that broke just after we got off of our show, broke during Old School, there's a lot of smoke around Dylan Raiola to Nebraska. Plenty of national outlets have flipped their prediction for Dylan Raiola from Georgia to Nebraska. Not official yet. It's not signing day. No commitment or decommitment or anything from Dylan Raiola as of yet. But with all the smoke around the McCord situation, I like that for Nebraska. All the smoke around the Raiola situation, to me, that would be about a dream offseason for Nebraska at quarterback.
Absolutely. I mean, I told you and here on the block that for me, you got to go get 2. You got to go and find a way to get 2. And I know I've said that I think it's a balance. I think you got to go and get a solid guy who has started, who has seen it, who has been in it, who's handled the pressure, who's been in big pressure games, who has some accuracy, who knows how to kind of who has great mechanics in the quarterback space, right? And will give you just not going to just turn the ball over and just throw the ball and whip it around, all that. Somebody like that. Kyle McCord, to me, I think is that kind of guy. I'm not going to say he's elite. I'm not going to say he's top level, but he
really darn good.
You don't just win 11 games and just by happenstance, right? There's other things that are going to count for that. This is why they need to, I think, continue to hone in and get skilled players out there, especially at the wide receiver position. Don't stop. Right. So Fleming coming, I think Nebraska's in need of a number one receiver, So I think that would be a tremendous get as well. Now, then I said the second guy that you want to look for is a young guy, a guy that can fight it out. Now, I bet you Rhule is not, if this is the case, and this isn't happened, this is alleged, but if this is the case, I bet you he's not telling any one of them that they're starting or they're coming to start. You're going to fight. You're gonna have a battle with whoever stays in the room. And if Harburg and those guys decide to stay around, I'm sure a quarterback coach is going to give them or going to want to develop and change their mechanics and so forth and so on. But there's some things that are going to be required of you to win this position. It's just not going to be a given. And that's what I'm going to like about the potential, if that does happen, of that balance. Now, the one I think is going to have the struggle, but he's going to probably have the Carson Beck mode. I don't think if he goes somewhere else, I don't think it's going to be to the level of a Nebraska. I think if Kalen decides that he's going to stay, grow, develop, I think he'd probably want to know who the quarterback coach is going to be, so that way he can decide on whether or not, I can stick and stay. I think he should take the Carson Beck road potentially. And if not, he's not going to go to a high level power 5. I don't think. I think he may go to maybe a group of 5 next for him to develop, but he's going to need time to develop for me. I think he needs a few years.
Let's think through this here real quick. If Kyle McCord comes to Nebraska and he's the only quarterback to come to Nebraska, let's say it's McCord and Kalen. McCord starts.
No question.
Feel very confident.
No question. I'm confident with that.
Even if Chuba Purdy's around, even if Heinrich Harburg is around, I think McCord will have to earn the job, right? It's not just going to be given to him, but I think he's good enough. He's the starter. Let's say for some reason Nebraska misses on McCord, but they're able to flip Raiola. I don't know if he's a day one starter. I might feel a little more comfortable with Purdy as the day one starter if you can get him to stick around. And if Raiola's playing better, has learned enough by midseason, maybe make that change. I don't know. Where it gets interesting to me, Strick, is if both McCord and Raiola come to Lincoln. Kyle McCord didn't transfer from Ohio State to sit the bench.
Yeah.
Dylan Raiola probably didn't decommit from Georgia or won't decommit from Georgia to ride the bench. I still am an advocate for, as a quarterback, you sit a year. Learn the system, get acclimated to the speed, get acclimated to the locker room, what it takes to lead a bunch of guys that are older than you. But the job, like you said, shouldn't just be handed to McCord. If Raiola is that much better and he comes to Lincoln, play him. If McCord is that much better, play him. But I think the best thing for Nebraska is to have like a 2017 Kansas City Chiefs situation where you get both guys. Kyle McCord is your Alex Smith, and Dylan Raiola is your Patrick Mahomes. Let him sit, let him learn. He might have a higher ceiling, might be better long term, maybe just not quite ready yet. Or, you already went out and got McCord, so you can't just bench him. You want to be loyal to that as well. I think, again, if Nebraska is able to, lock both these guys down, it works out really well. Kyle McCord gets a starting spot at still a power school. Dylan Raiola gets to come to Nebraska, probably get paid pretty handsomely for it, both guys. But he gets to sit and learn a year, right? He doesn't have the weight of expectations in year one. Now, the pressure is to get better, to prove that you're the guy the next year, because McCord, again, only has 1 year left. But I think it would work out really well for both guys and for Nebraska if they're able to reel both in.
Well, this is why I say the authenticity and the messaging from the coaching staff is important, right? I also think the schedule and the scheduling of things, because if you're authentic and you can show by film and you can show by breakdowns, you can show by grading why this particular quarterback earned the spot over you. Like we can't operate. And then you have to give real life situations to young men too, right? When you're sitting down across from a young man, you have to be honest with him and say, hey, listen, here's why he earned it. Go out and continue to grow, get better, come back and be ready, because you just never know in the game of football. You never know on the minute, on a quarter, on a series, when things can shift and change. So you have to be able to look at them in the eye and say, here's why they won it. The schedule is going to dictate, because at the end of the day, if Kyle McCord comes in here and he lights it up, then you can say, this is why. He goes 5-0, 5-1. I'm not, listen, please don't hit me in the thing saying, oh, yeah, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. No, I'm just saying, this is how you can kind of get your messaging to a player of understanding as to why it matters and why to sit and, be ready, and why you're next up. You've got plenty of time. Take advantage of it. And then tell them stories, because you've had now professional experience. Tell them stories of why an Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and he had to sit. He had to sit behind somebody. You know what I mean? Why, and then give stories of these quarterbacks at the next level, the Mahomes.
Where you want to reach.
Where you're trying to go. Why? Don't think you. And then tell the stories of rookie quarterbacks like Bryce Young right now. You know what I'm saying? How they're struggling.
For every CJ Stroud, there's a Bryce Young.
Yeah, you can tell these stories. This is why it's authenticity of sitting these guys and really having these real conversations. And that's why I think a quarterback coach, because you want them to be an extension. You don't want Matt Rhule to continuously have to be, disseminating that message. You want him to understand that the quarterback coach is one who you can respect, one that who sees you, and one who is teaching you and developing you and showing you where your deficiencies are. And that's what I think is important.
Brad, Ryan, BJ7414, really appreciate y'all texting in on the Sartor Hammond text line. It's 402-464-5685 if you've got thoughts on this discussion. Big picture, it seems like things are happening. It seems like the ball is rolling in a positive direction for Nebraska. But Strick, we've got some jaded people on the text line that have seen that ball, take a random left turn and have the train come off the tracks, which it is. I want to address that. Where my confidence, my lack of confidence for this offseason is coming from as we get into the second part of the second hour here of On the Block.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs at a price that's right for you, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, an easy track lawnmower, or gator, every piece of equipment in pre-owned inventory is put through a rigorous inspection so it's ready to work hard for you. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything is sold meets their quality standards. Learn more at landmarkimp.com or stop into a local Landmark location and experience the Landmark difference.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Berschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Berschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha. If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Load up on meat and more this holiday season at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havilah. This week's specials through December 12th are spend $740 and get a free New York strip. Also, through the 12th, all Flavor County Farms mushrooms are $1.50 off of normal price. Don't forget their two new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
We're bringing heaven to Lincoln with a waffle unlike anything you've ever experienced. Heavenly Waffles combines an incredibly fluffy recipe packed with protein and a medley of angelic toppings to elevate the experience beyond your typical waffle and syrup. Take the opportunity to try out this divine creation and pair it with a coffee from the mill as we celebrate Heavenly Waffles Wednesday from 8 to 11 a.m. at the 93.7 The Ticket Studio.
Stop by the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street this Wednesday, December 13th, to try some Heavenly Waffles. Parking available on 11th Street and in nearby garages.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting an increase in that cloud cover throughout the day. It'll be a little colder as well. We'll see a high of around 39. Tonight, cloudy skies are expected. See an overnight low near 25. And tomorrow, probably sunny skies do return. We'll see a high of around 46. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kleckert for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to On the Block, back to Husker football conversations. A lot centering around the quarterback position and some big picture stuff as well. I'm Austin Norman, joined by Erick Strickland every day from 2 to 4 here during On the Block and 93.7 The Ticket. Let's talk about the other guys in that quarterback room. Again, this is assuming Nebraska is able to bring both Kyle McCord and Dylan Raiola into the quarterback room for 2024.
Yeah, there's nothing certain. There's nothing for sure, but
we have
speculation. We have some little insight.
We might know. We might not know.
Yeah.
We had inclination some ways, but again, nothing is official till it's official. Signed, sealed, delivered, all that. Ryan in Nashville says he kind of feels for Harburg right now, but he could absolutely come back as a tight end 3. Harburg might be tight end 1.
Yeah.
Fedoni did the weird social media, kind of not really a cleanse, but took Nebraska out of his bio and posted his story. Nate Borkacher didn't do a whole lot at tight end. There's not a lot behind him. So if Heinrich Harburg wants to stay at Nebraska, I know the staff viewed him as a quarterback, and that's why they gave him the shot that they did when they first got here. But if you have McCord and Raiola, Heinrich Harburg is probably not going to see the field. It might be better for him to switch positions, eh?
If I'm Heinrich Harburg, I'm looking at not this level. If I have any aspirations to want to go to another level, I'm looking at the realism of it and understanding that I'm not that. I'm not him. I'm not a quarterback prospect. My mechanics are bad. I am not very, good at that. I run like a freaking deer. I'm great at that. I'm looking at a hybrid position. If I'm him, I'm looking like Niles Paul.
Sure.
Right? Like I'm trying to figure out how I can get there and have success at the next level. Where can that fit for me? I'm looking at how fun it is to be freaking George Kittle. How freaking fun it is to be Travis Kelce. Like, Harburg has the build and the body and the dog to be that type of guy. So to me, like, right, when I look at Fedoni right now, Fedoni,
who Ryan has not left the program yet.
No.
It's just a weird social media thing. So he's still on the team right now.
Yeah. If I'm looking at Fedoni, right, Fedoni doesn't have dog to me. Like, I'm saying at the edge, he can't set an edge for me. I'm even worried about him chip blocking on serious rush ends. You know what I mean? Because he just doesn't seem to have. Now, I love him in the pass game. I love him. Getting into the pass game a little bit. I love his size. But he doesn't have that dog. But here's the thing: Harburg does. Like, Harburg wants contact. Like,
he'll lay that shoulder.
He's not afraid to bump and grind, and that's why I think that if I'm him and I'm looking at an opportunity or a potential of a next level, I'm thinking about it from that perspective, because I'm saying, I could really, with my abilities to run, being matched up on safeties, being matched up, I could be a matchup nightmare if I decide to go to the tight end position and just build and get stronger and put on a little bit more. He's got already a big body build.
Right.
But just put on a little bit more. I think his size is good. And I also think he'll be willing to set the edge a little bit, because he loves to bump and grind a little bit. I like that.
The other guy in this conversation is Daniel Kaelin, okay, who is Nebraska's quarterback commit in the 2024 class right now. Nebraska, Mike died for a second. Nebraska has said it would honor, Daniel Kaelin's commitment. Don't know why they wouldn't, right? But if you're Daniel Kaelin and Nebraska gets both Kyle McCord and Dylan Raiola, do you still want to come to Lincoln? Strick, here's the thing. It is so late in the process, right? Daniel Kaelin's a good quarterback prospect that had a lot of offers, right? We talked about those time and time again between you and me, with Brian Munson on the show and other guys. So it's not like other schools won't want him, but once Daniel Kaelin committed to Nebraska, who knows how many of these schools were still in contact with Daniel Kaelin and left a spot open for him. It might be too late for him to go find a new home. He might have to get to campus and hit the transfer portal.
Yeah, that might be the best way. But I don't think Daniel Kaelin to me would initially be a Power 5 type of transfer. I could be wrong, but I would think more maybe a Group of 5.
Could he do MAC? Could he do FCS?
And then come back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that. I could see a North Dakota State type, and then go grow, develop, and then come back. But for me, if I'm him and I really want to stay home, I'm looking at it potentially as get stronger, because I still think he's kind of frail. I think he can make the throws now. I think he's got the arm strength to make the throws. I still think there's some frailness in them. There's a little bit of disappointment in just how the season went for him. So I would want to see a little bit more before I totally put the word out on how I feel about it. But if I'm him, I would take the Carson Beck, but there's just so much NIL and so much opportunities out there that I think there's something going to present itself. But I just don't think it'll be a Power 5 high level switch for him at this point.
If Nebraska ends up with all three of McCord, Raiola, and Kaelin, I think that's about as good an offseason as you can drop in that quarterback room. But
then you got to worry about Purdy. So
right. Yeah, I've been of the mind that Chubb is gone anyways. And nice to have him back, but I just think the fact that he's graduating here soon.
Yeah.
I think he proved he can start at a Power 5 level with his last couple games, get healthy, like you're saying. I've just always kind of assumed Chubba is gone. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's wrong. I guess we'll see. Okay, some more kind of big picture things. BJ in Wichita says, so now we've become an NFL program where money is committed and that dictates who plays. Kind of, sort of, not really. Nebraska has paid out plenty of money over the last few years in NIL, but some of the guys that we know have gotten some money haven't necessarily been on the field all the time or all that consistently. But if it is trending that way, I kind of like Matt Rhule's experience in the NFL for how to handle that, right? He's a relationship-oriented guy who's going to make the best decisions he can for the football team while understanding there are also other stakeholders that are pouring resources into this that you have to, placate and explain your decisions to. And I think having been in the business-oriented NFL, maybe that gives him a little bit of an advantage in dealing with that interplay of, personal relationships and money.
Yeah, I don't have any pushback on it. I do think that's something to consider. But I just had to laugh because BJ in Wichita says, and others, we thank you guys for your text. Sutter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. You guys are hilarious. But he says, Fedoni blocks like a punter. And I felt the same way. I seen him whiff a couple times, and I'm out there like, bro. I'm talking about a wham block where some guy maybe even isn't looking for it, and you kind of tiptoe up to it. If it's me, I'm trying to lay you to freak out. I'm trying to put something on you. If I know
in the dirt,
if I know that there's a wham or a crack or they kind of minimize crack, but back in the day, if I had a crack block,
Stricky loves some crack blocking.
I was looking for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're looking for me coming across the court. This is my turn. You know what I'm saying? What did Skip say? It's my turn.
I get to talk now. It's my turn.
That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, but you guys are funny on the text line. I love it though.
All right. So biggest picture of the offseason here, Strick, is that we know Nebraska is, offseason champs, 10 years running and all that. We have 9657 saying, yeah, the Kool-Aid tastes great. 7414 says, come on, Charlie Brown. I promise I won't pull the ball this time. This is all NIL posturing for you guys. None of this is happening.
That's a pause. That's a pause moment right there. Because when you think about it, if you're a Charlie Brown fan, you understand that it's always the thought that he's not going to pull the ball. And every freaking time he runs, he's and whiffs. That's what it's felt like being a Husker fan for the last however many years. It's got to be almost, 10 by now?
Oh, at least.
At least. You just feel like you're Charlie Brown and the ball just keeps getting pulled from you. We're hoping that's not the case here. We're hoping it's a turnaround, and we're going to see a lot, not the poltergeist light where you jump in and then the poltergeist pulls you into the depths. We're hoping to have the light that it's that shining glimmer of everything beautiful at the end of the tunnel. That's what we're hoping this Nebraska's turn of the century is becoming.
You have to acknowledge the reality that football has been pulled for a decade straight.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We wouldn't be talking about this if we didn't have at least, some good feeling that it could happen. Will it happen? We'll see, right? That's why we're saying you got to wait. You got to pump the brakes a little bit. It's why we're not confirming anything. It's why we're not, throwing sources are saying out there, right? We're saying Nebraska's in a good position with these guys. The conversation has definitely changed. Credit the coaching staff for doing that. And again, you won't know that Nebraska has these guys till they're on campus. They're going through probably spring ball. I assume, obviously McCord would be here as a graduate guy. But then even Raiola, I would assume, would graduate high school early and get here because he probably won't be playing baseball, focusing on quarterbacking. So yeah, you got to wait until they actually get on campus. And it's hard to believe they're actually going to kick the ball, but you'll never kick the ball if you don't run at it. You got to give yourself the chance. Nebraska has put itself in position. And let's be honest, Strick, Nebraska also hasn't gotten guys the caliber of Kyle McCord or potentially, Dylan Raiola recently. Casey Thompson's good. I think McCord's a better pure quarterback.
No question.
Trey Palmer wasn't supposed to be what he was. He came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yes, it's the same conversation in a lot of ways, but it's different. These are different levels of players that we're talking about right now.
But here's the beautiful thing. If it can happen, Austin, listeners, the beautiful thing about the potential of if this can happen, it can change the trajectory of your program.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've come to find out that if you have solid or good quarterback play, you can have success at the college football level. If you end up having elite quarterback play, bless you.
Appreciate it.
If you end up having elite quarterback play, that can take you to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So all we're doing is we're just looking for a game changer. Like, you can get the best receiver in the country, in the world, and if there's no one to throw it to him,
don't matter.
It doesn't matter. So you need. I mean, getting this type of guy is kind of like getting a Ewers to Texas.
Mm-hmm. Great example, because guess what? Texas got Ewers and they got Arch. Why can't Nebraska get McCord and Raiola? Why not?
That's what I'm saying.
Tell me why not, Strick.
It's possible. All things are possible to those that believe. That's what I know.
Say your prayers, Husker fans.
Yeah.
Send them up if that's what you want. Good stuff from Strick. Jay Foreman just walked in the building and didn't switch to fan cam in time, but he is here. We'll take a break. We'll cross it over with Old School next.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. We'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to show our appreciation, Koppel is offering some huge holiday discounts from now until January 2nd. On select new Chevrolet vehicles, we are offering $8,000 off MSRP or 1.9% financing. Yes, you heard right. That's $8,000 off or 1.9% financing on select new Chevrolets. We also have some huge discounts on our new GMC inventory, so stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com. Includes finance, trade, and Costco bonus with roof credit, stock number C 822-99464.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
I'm Steve Carper, and I'm here to tell you that there's never been a better time to buy flooring. Whether you need carpet, wood flooring, ceramic tile, vinyl, area rugs, or custom blinds, you got to come to O Street Carpet. With our 12-month interest-free financing, you can do one room or your whole house and leave your holiday budget intact. And with our huge in-stock selection, you can buy today and we'll install it right away. 1732 O Street. We want to make you a customer for life.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs at a price that's right for you, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, an easy track lawnmower, or gator, every piece of equipment in pre-owned inventory is put through a rigorous inspection so it's ready to work hard for you. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything is sold meets their quality standards. Learn more at landmarkimp.com or stop into a local Landmark location and experience the Landmark difference.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador online online at prg-ne.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're back.
Crossing it
We're
over.
back. We back.
Full effect.
There he is.
Austin Norman, Erick Strickland, joined by Jay Foreman. Jay, you and I have to hold Strick's feet to the fire for something he said in passing yesterday.
I can't do this on his first day back, but
we have to. Come on.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed in him, man. He just threw that thing in there, he threw that little like a little pot. It was a pot punch. To
This is a little pocket pass.
But I gave you a pocket pass and you tricked off the layup, man. You said that you put Steph over LeBron.
Yeah, facts. I'm looking for game changers. League change guys that have actually let's drill down. When you talk about greatness, right?
Right.
There's guys that have a dominating factor about themselves in the time of which they find themselves in.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time when Shaq was the most dominating factor on the court, and they changed rules for him. Shaq, what do they call it?
Hack a Shaq. Because he
Okay.
couldn't make free throws.
But still, you're somebody that everybody freaking has to make a change of themselves in order just to compete with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Jordan, everybody talks about Jordan rules,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That was just the Pistons though.
That was the league during that period.
The Pistons are the only one that could.
They're the best example.
Well,
of
the best
everyone was
example,
trying.
but everybody was trying to do it. Okay, even the Knicks tried to do it, but they just
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Then you had Wilt. He literally changed rules, had to widen out the freaking
the
lanes.
Bill Russell.
Russell,
they changed rules for
the dunk. But
Russell for me was just the time frame.
They haven't changed the rules for Steph. He just accentuated the threes.
They're working on it though.
He's accentuated the threes.
But still,
you're talking about a dude that's 40-something years old, is the most unstoppable force out there. Period. And I will tell you, yes, and I love Michael Jordan. He's 6-0 in the championships, right?
Well, but what
hold on. He's 6-0 in the championships, right? That's what you're hanging your hat.
Your boy beat the one who you're saying is the most dominant force. And when have you ever seen Jordan?
Hold on. One man beat one of the best teams ever assembled. That was LeBron and Kyrie.
I give him credit for that.
Okay.
I give him that credit.
Okay.
One time.
Okay.
I give him that credit.
Right.
That one I give
tell
credit
me who
for.
Jordan beat.
Huh?
Kevin Duckworth in Jerome
Bro,
Kersey.
are you serious?
Yes. Kevin Duckworth, Terry Porter, Sean Kemp couldn't make a free throw jumper.
Kemp
Gary
and Detlef Schrempf.
It was Detlef Schrempf and Gary Payton. That's
one of the best defenders
them two.
So he's guarded Jordan.
And then old Stockton and old Malone.
Who can you say has ever at any point held Jordan to under his average?
Vernon Maxwell, Mad Max.
Stop the cap.
Shout out to Mad Max. You're my boy, Mad Max. I'm coming for you when I come back to Charlotte. Mad Max. He already told me the story.
Mad Max already told you that.
Here's the deal.
There's nobody he wanted to face. Here's the deal. Nightmares. You don't have nobody in the league talking about they have nightmares about to face LeBron. No one.
You don't need to. But guess what, though? It must be something in that Celtic water, though. This is what it is, Strick. I'm just talking to you.
Even Larry Bird called that man him.
Yeah, he did. But guess what happened? You sent him home with a nice little sweep. You can have 63, but we're going to take the W.
Michael Jordan has never been swept.
You
Go
can't.
look that up.
Listen.
Michael Jordan, and how many times has LeBron been swept?
He has been
How
bounced.
many times?
How many times has Jordan lost in the playoffs?
Oh,
in the first round.
We understand it, but he's never been swept.
Strict. That's literally
ever.
That's like getting a second. Are you kidding me right now? That's like saying you ain't never lost by 20.
Okay,
and you lost by 19.
You want me to tell you something?
What?
If Michael Jordan
was in the fifth, and then we'd all be drunk.
In the East during LeBron's East runs,
right?
You've got to be kidding me.
Why?
The East was the hardest division during Michael Jordan's era.
Correct.
It was soft for LeBron.
Well, my God, Michael Jordan he would have had 80 wins in the East back then.
You letting Austin sauce you up like that?
That's a fact.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Strick, I feel you, though.
The West. Stricky, we talked about this. There's a team with 48 wins that missed the West playoffs.
Yes. I mean, there was maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
There were teams 10 games or more under 500 in the East.
We ain't going to talk about the Suns then when he beat the Suns. I mean, come on now.
Are you serious?
I mean, you had Oliver Miller out there playing. I mean, Strick, let's just be honest. I'm a Jordan fan. Okay, I am.
But it's
and
not
I
even,
still even
he beat
Magic. Hold on, he didn't beat Magic. Magic pulled his hamstring, and Byron Scott was out. And you had Vlade Divac. And James Worthy had a high ankle sprain. Because you want to know how I know Big Game James had a high ankle sprain? Because he's from Gastonia, North Carolina, and he told me 2 times ago I was there. So Jordan's still number 1, okay? But Bron is definitely creeping up. And I know you guys in the Celtics have hate. And the same thing, KG and Paul Pierce had to be taught a lesson. See, here's the thing about LeBron that you guys don't understand. He only got to bring it out every once in a while. See, when Jordan came in, it was all about points. When LeBron came in, it's championships. So when Jordan started playing like LeBron, right? When Jordan started playing like LeBron, that's when he went to another stratosphere. When Jordan was coming in, like he told Reggie Theus, I'm going to hit you for 50.
Well, he had to, because he's playing with a bunch of people that was on the team that was out there on that thing. Everybody on the team was on the thing, and he said
Hey, Strick, man, you still got some PTO left. I need the real Strick to come back. This right here is an imposter.
Oh.
I
respect LeBron to the nth degree. I really do. I have respect for him and what he's brought to the game.
Right.
I still think he's a great player and one of the best to do it.
But when you say it, though, you still got to.
I still don't think he's better than Kobe. And that's a fact.
10 seconds for station 8.
You just still got a lot of hate in your.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
Point out there, Strick.
I still don't think
Point
he's
out
better
there
than Kobe.
to what that is, a Tesla out there. Them 2 dudes out there in the man, them dudes younger than us in the Tesla. Hey man, just release.
He ain't the best Laker on the field right now.
Strick, just reach out there and just release all the hate out there. Just let it all go. We're here for you.
Sauter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Unnamed texter 9112. LeBron couldn't carry Jordan's shot. I agree with you. Unnamed texter 9112.
You know you just sent that from your burner account, man.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I mean, I'm not saying that Jordan ain't the coldest dude out there.
Kev from Lincoln. Yeah, I'm passionate about this thing. It's some garbage this man over here talking to me, right? I can't believe him.
I was excited for you to come back, and you was over there. I don't know where you was at, man. I don't know if you bumped your head or something, where you just slid that thing in there. You just ruined my whole Monday.
Altitude.
Yeah, I know.
I was flying high.
Bossman DP chimes in, says MJ averaged 36-5 against Vernon Maxwell in 17 games.
Facts.
He did.
Facts.
But hold on.
Had dreams.
Listen.
Nightmares.
Strick, if you look at the amount of shots, but then if you ask MJ, hold on, Strick.
There they go.
No.
There they go.
Strick.
That's day one.
Strick.
Every time we start talking about LeBron James, he got to bring this out his mouth.
I was just about to validate your point.
Okay,
you over here sound like Charleston White, and I'm like Cam Newton, man. Dang, I'm trying to just vibe with you a little bit. Here's what I do. Here's what I'll say.
Talk to me.
I'll roll with you and say Jordan's the whatever you want to call him. Black Mom, Black Jesus, whatever, he got about 85 names. But when Jordan says on record, the only man that could give him problems and make him into a volume scorer is Vernon Maxwell, I don't care what he scores. I know that dude was in his stuff. And I will tell you this.
Was a beast.
And I will tell you, if Vernon's had it, when he had his little get right, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When he was zooted, Jordan was in some problems. Hey, and Mad Max will tell you, when Mad Max wanted he didn't have 5-hour energy. When he got his 5-hour Xenadrine mixed in together, he was giving everybody problems, and he was even going to fight it in King the Dream.
Oh yeah, he was that guy though. I gotta give it to you. He was that guy.
Mad Max. I love Mad Max, actually. I think Mad
Because he don't know no better.
He don't, and he'll let you know about it, too.
Yeah. You still owe me some money, though. Mad Max, I'm coming for. I'm putting interest on it, man. It's Christmas. We're going double points, Mad Max.
What's coming up on Old School?
Man, Strick, we got transfer portal coming up, man. You just got to talk about that. Everything's all good. Got transfer portal we're going to talk about. We definitely going to talk about them Dolphins.
Ooh.
Did you see the Dolphins last night?
Tricked it off.
It was 176 games when you're winning by 14 points, and they're the only team in it.
767.
760. Yeah, 760. The Dolphins were the only team to lose last night. Jake Sorensen is missing in action. Have you seen? There's an APB out here for Jake Sorensen.
He didn't disappear off the scene?
Hey, Strick.
Gone.
We checked all the rooftops, the airports, trains. We cannot find him.
Wow.
Talk a little NFL news. Playoffs are starting to get thick. Got the Kansas City fallout. We're going to expand on that. But we're really going to dive into this transfer portal because we had some commits from Notre Dame and Riley Leonard, and where's everybody's going to shake out because the time is of the essence. We got Greg Smith coming on next. National dude from the Rivals going to be on with a lot more often. He's going to really drop the knowledge. So
Shohei Ohtani, 700 mil stacks.
We're going to, smart though.
Smart.
You know what? He could actually start doing a lot of things in both leagues to really help people. So I'm excited. The real Strick will be back tomorrow. Everybody, the real Strickland will be back. My man, we always on the same wavelength. I don't know. You was just gone, man. We gotta get you back, man. I gotta start texting you offline. We gotta start reshaping him, Austin.
Who am I to step in and try to reshape Erick Strickland? He's Strick. I'm Austin. It's Ben on the block. We'll do it again tomorrow. Old School comes your way next.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. Practical things. Brown Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, UGG, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3, get 1 free on smart wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy person in your life. Brown Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
We're bringing heaven to Lincoln with a waffle unlike anything you've ever experienced. Heavenly Waffles combines an incredibly fluffy recipe packed with protein and a medley of angelic toppings. To elevate the experience beyond your typical waffle and syrup, take the opportunity to try out this divine creation and pair it with a coffee from the mill as we celebrate Heavenly Waffles Wednesday from 8 to 11 a.m. at the 93.7 The Ticket Studio.
Stop by the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street this Wednesday, December 13th, to try some Heavenly Waffles. Parking available on 11th Street and in nearby garages.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.